Most best freight broker software lists are ranked by whoever paid for the top spot. This guide does something different. We use one simple test, applied the same way to every platform. How much of your brokerage does it actually run? Here's a pattern you've probably noticed. Every list crowns a different winner. Look at who built the list, and it makes sense. A vendor's own site ranks itself first. A neutral roundup ranks whoever paid for the placement. The truth is simpler than any of that. The best software is just the one that fits how your brokerage actually runs. A 10-broker shop and a 100-broker operation don't need the same thing. So before we rank anything, let's talk about the real problem. Most growing brokerages aren't running one system. They're running 8. Shipper relationships live in a CRM, or more likely, a spreadsheet. Margins live in 2 or 3 more. Quotes pile up in an inbox. Carrier vetting sits in one tool, carrier details in another. Accounting doesn't talk to any of it, and tracking is bolted on the side. And on top of all that, you're still jumping into a separate load board just to find trucks. 8 systems that don't talk to each other, and you become the integration, copying data by hand, tab to tab. The alternative is one connected platform where prospecting, quoting, capacity, loads, tracking, and accounting all live in the same place, live and connected. That gap between the two pictures, that's exactly where money quietly slips out. Here's the leak that hurts the most: paying the same carrier twice. When your load data isn't connected to accounting, and nobody can see payments as they happen, the same carrier can get paid for the same load twice. It happens at small brokerages, and it happens at big ones. Because nothing's in one place, nobody catches it for weeks, if they catch it at all. That's real money walking out the door, load after load. Now think about your own sales team. Can you answer this right now? Which shippers is each rep actually chasing? Which deals are close and which are stuck? How much new business is really about to land this month? If that all lives in scattered inboxes and personal spreadsheets, the honest answer is, you don't know. You're guessing about the one thing that drives your revenue. So here's how we're scoring every platform. To keep this fair, we hold each one up to the same 10 jobs every freight brokerage actually does, from winning a shipper to getting paid. That's shipper sales and pipeline, rate intelligence, carrier sourcing, load creation and management, carrier and shipper onboarding, carrier vetting on record, tracking and visibility, accounting and billing, reporting and analytics, and bulk email. The real question isn't just price. It's how much of your brokerage actually lives in one place. We looked at the 8 platforms that come up most for non-asset brokerages: McLeod, Aljex, AscendTMS, Alvys, RoseRocket, TIE, ITS Dispatch, and UltraShip. Now let's go through each one, honestly, one at a time. First up, McLeod and Aljex. Both have a 5-figure setup cost. On their own, they both handle rate intelligence, carrier sourcing, load management, vetting on record, tracking, accounting, and reporting. That's a lot. But shipper sales and onboarding are only partial, and bulk email is an add-on. Best for large brokerages running intermodal freight with an IT team on staff. Next, AscendTMS. It runs $49 to $149 per user per month. On its own, it really only handles load management and reporting well. Its CRM finds leads, but it's not a real pipeline. Rate intelligence and sourcing route through outside load boards. Tracking and accounting only show up on higher tiers. And there's no bulk email at all. Best for solo brokers or brand new shops working with the lowest budget. Then there's Alvys, RoseRocket, and TIE. Pricing varies quite a bit here. On their own, they handle rate intelligence, carrier sourcing, load management, tracking, and reporting. But the shipper pipeline is light and leans more toward the carrier side. Accounting runs through QuickBooks, not natively, and there's no built-in bulk email. Best for mid-size or hybrid broker-carrier operations. ITS Dispatch keeps things simple with a low flat price per plan. On its own, it covers load management, tracking, and reporting. But there's no shipper sales pipeline at all. Rate and sourcing come from the truck stop board. Accounting runs through QuickBooks. There's no onboarding, best for small brokers who already live on the truck stop board. And then there's UltraShip, priced at $55.79 or custom per user per month. This is the only platform on the list that runs all 10 jobs on its own: shipper CRM, rate intelligence and carrier sourcing through Carrier Queue, load management, onboarding, dated carrier vetting, tracking, accounting, reporting, and bulk email through Ultra Campaign. To be fair, it has limits too. It's built specifically for non-asset brokerages, not asset-heavy fleets. And it keeps a shorter, high-value integration list by design. Think DAT, Truckstop, Highway, and QuickBooks, not hundreds of random connectors. Best for growing non-asset brokerages that want one affordable platform instead of enterprise pricing. Here's the whole comparison on one page. 10 jobs, 5 platforms. A filled mark means the platform runs that job on its own. A half mark means it's partial. An open ring means it leaves that job to another tool. Added up, an UltraShip covers all 10. McLeod covers 8, Alvys covers 7, AscendTMS covers about 4.5, and ITS Dispatch covers 4. Beyond just coverage, we also rated each platform on 4 things. Depth of features, how much the tool can actually do. Pricing, what it costs to run. Maturity, how proven and reliable the system is. And all-in-one coverage, how many of those 10 jobs it runs in one place, which carries the most weight in our score. So here's how they stack up. Out of 10, McLeod and Aljex lead with 8.5, thanks to decades of enterprise depth. UltraShip comes in close behind at 8.2 because it runs the most of your brokerage in one system at a fraction of the price. Alvys, RoseRocket, and Tye score 6.5. AscendTMS comes in at 4.5, and ITS Dispatch scores 4. A lower score doesn't mean a platform is bad. Every tool here does something well. These 4 things are just what matter most when you're choosing a TMS. So, which one actually fits you? Just got your authority? Start simple with AscendTMS or ITS Dispatch. Large, with intermodal freight and an IT team? McLeod or Aljex will earn their cost. Running a hybrid broker-carrier fleet? Look hard at RoseRocket or Alvys. And a growing non-asset brokerage, tired of stitching together 8 different tools? That's exactly the gap UltraShip was built to fill. Here's the simple way to think about all of this. Almost every tool on this list does part of the job well. But the real question for a non-asset brokerage isn't which one's cheapest or which has the nicest looking load screen. It's which one runs your whole operation, sales, loads, carriers, and money without bolting 4 other tools onto the side. The fewer gaps in your workflow, the less money slips through them. If you want to see what running your complete brokerage looks like in one platform, from prospecting a shipper all the way to getting paid, with nothing stitched on the side, that's the whole idea behind UltraShip. And the fastest way to know if it's the right fit? Watch it run your real workflow next to whatever you're using today. Book a demo at ultraship.ai. No contracts, no setup fees.